Before you go to bed tonight, there is something you need to hear. Because what you do after dinner may be quietly damaging your body in ways you cannot feel yet. Every single night, millions of people unknowingly push one small but vital organ past its limit, forcing it to work when it should be resting. That organ is your pancreas. And the truth is, most people never think about it until something goes wrong, until their energy starts crashing, their sleep feels off, and their blood sugar begins to drift out of control. But this doesn't happen overnight. It starts with small, everyday habits that seem completely harmless. A sweet dessert after dinner, a late night snack, a piece of bread, a bowl of cereal, things that feel normal, even comforting. Yet, inside your body, these choices are triggering a metabolic response at the worst possible time. While your body is trying to slow down and recover, your pancreas is being forced back into action, releasing insulin again and again, long after it should have stopped. This is the hidden pattern affecting millions of people today. And tonight, you are either going to continue that pattern or finally understand how to break it. Most people believe that what matters most for their health is what they eat during the day. They focus on breakfast choices, calorie counts, and popular diet trends, thinking that if they eat clean enough, their body will take care of the rest. But what if the real problem is not what you eat, but when you eat it? The late evening hours are one of the most ignored yet most critical periods for your metabolism. This is a time when your body is naturally preparing to shift into repair mode, slowing down internal processes so it can focus on recovery. Yet in today's world, late night eating has become the norm. People snack while watching TV, scroll on their phones with something sweet in hand, or eat out of habit rather than hunger. These small behaviors feel harmless, but they are happening at the exact moment your body is trying to shut down for the night. Instead of entering a calm, restorative state, your system is forced to stay active, processing sugar and managing blood glucose when it should be resting. Your pancreas plays a central role in this entire process, and it does so quietly without drawing attention to itself. It produces insulin, the hormone responsible for moving glucose out of your bloodstream and into your cells, where it can be used as energy. Throughout the day, this system is designed to respond to food intake, rising and falling as needed. But as evening approaches, your body is meant to transition into a different state. Insulin levels are supposed to decrease, signaling that no more incoming fuel is expected. This allows your metabolism to begin relying on stored energy, giving your pancreas a chance to slow down and recover. This natural shift is not random. It is part of your biological rhythm, something your body has been programmed to follow for thousands of years. When you respect this rhythm, your system operates smoothly and efficiently. But when you interrupt it with late night eating, especially sugars and refined carbohydrates, you override this natural signal and force your pancreas to stay active far longer than it was ever designed to. Here's what is actually happening inside your body as night begins to fall. As you move closer to sleep, your metabolism is supposed to shift into a more stable and controlled state. Your liver begins releasing small, steady amounts of glucose into your bloodstream to keep your energy balanced while you rest. At the same time, your pancreas carefully regulates hormones like insulin to make sure those glucose levels remain steady, not too high, and not too low. This is a finely tuned system, one that depends on calm, predictable conditions. But the moment you introduce sugar or refined carbohydrates late in the evening, that balance is disrupted. Blood sugar rises quickly, and your pancreas is forced to respond by releasing insulin again, even though it was preparing to slow down. Instead of entering a resting phase, it is pushed back into active mode. This repeated demand, night after night, creates a pattern where your cells begin to respond less effectively to insulin. When that happens, your body compensates by producing even more insulin to achieve the same effect. Over time, this leads to a condition where your metabolism becomes less efficient and your pancreas is placed under constant strain, working harder than it should just to maintain normal balance. Now imagine this process not as something abstract, but as something happening in real time inside your body every single night. Think of your pancreas like a machine that is designed to work during the day and power down at night for maintenance and recovery. But instead of allowing it to rest, you keep turning it back on over and over again, just when it is trying to shut down. At first, nothing feels different. You still wake up, go about your day, and assume everything is fine. But beneath the surface, the system is slowly wearing down. Efficiency begins to drop, signals become less responsive, and the body has to work harder just to keep things stable. This is how long-term problems begin, not with a sudden event, but with small, repeated disruptions that go unnoticed. Every late-night sugar spike is another moment where your body is being pushed away from balance. And over time, those moments add up in ways most people never see coming. But here is a turning point that most people need to hear. Your body is not broken, and this process is not permanent. The human body is incredibly adaptive, and it is constantly trying to restore balance, even after years of disruption. What it needs is not extreme change, but the right conditions to function the way it was designed to. You do not have to overhaul your entire lifestyle overnight. You do not need complicated routines or restrictive diets. In fact, the most powerful shift you can make starts with one simple decision in the evening. When you begin to align your habits with your body's natural rhythm, you give your system the opportunity to reset. And once that reset begins, your body starts working for you again instead of struggling to keep up. There are 3 simple actions you can begin using tonight that can dramatically reduce the pressure placed on your pancreas while you sleep. The first is to avoid sugars and refined carbohydrates after dinner. This allows your body to naturally transition into its overnight fasting state without interruption, giving your pancreas the chance to slow down and recover. The second is to take a short walk after your evening meal. Even 10 to 15 minutes of light movement can help your muscles absorb glucose directly from your bloodstream, reducing the amount of insulin your body needs to release. This simple habit can make a meaningful difference in how your body processes sugar at night. And the third is to introduce a natural support that has been studied for its role in improving how your body handles glucose, and that is cinnamon. Cinnamon contains plant compounds called polyphenols that may help improve the sensitivity of insulin receptors on your cells. When your cells respond more effectively, your body does not need to produce as much insulin to maintain balance, which reduces the workload on your pancreas and supports a more stable metabolic state throughout the night. But when it comes to using cinnamon as part of your evening routine, not all types are created equal. And this is where most people get it wrong. The majority of cinnamon found in grocery stores is cassia cinnamon, which has a stronger flavor but also contains higher levels of a compound called coumarin in small amounts. This may not seem like a concern, but over time and with consistent use, higher intake of coumarin may place unnecessary stress on the liver. A more suitable option, especially if you plan to use it regularly, is Ceylon cinnamon, often referred to as true cinnamon. It contains significantly lower levels of coumarin while still providing the beneficial plant compounds that support insulin function. A simple and practical way to incorporate it into your routine is about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. You can add roughly a quarter to half a teaspoon of Ceylon cinnamon to warm herbal tea, warm water, or mix it into yogurt. This timing allows your body to absorb these compounds as it begins transitioning into its overnight fasting state. supporting insulin sensitivity while your pancreas continues regulating your metabolism during sleep. One of the most common mistakes people make when trying to improve their health is assuming that more is always better. They believe that increasing the amount of something healthy will automatically speed up results, but this approach often backfires. When it comes to cinnamon, using excessive amounts does not enhance its benefits. It may actually create new problems over time. Another mistake is ignoring the importance of consistency. Doing the right thing once or twice will not create meaningful change if it is not repeated regularly. Some people also fall into the trap of skipping meals during the day, only to overeat at night, which places even greater stress on the body during the exact period it needs rest. Others rely on so-called healthy snacks in the evening, not realizing that even natural sugars can still disrupt the body's ability to enter a stable overnight state. The goal is not to chase perfection, but to create alignment between your habits and your body's natural rhythm. So here is a simple challenge you can start tonight. And it does not require anything complicated or extreme. For the next 7 nights, pay close attention to what you do after dinner. Make a conscious decision to remove late sugars and refined carbohydrates, no matter how small or harmless they may seem. After your evening meal, take a short walk, even if it is just around your home or outside for a few minutes. Then, about 30 to 60 minutes before bed, add a small amount of Ceylon cinnamon to a warm drink and allow your body to settle into the night naturally. Do not overthink it, and do not try to be perfect. Just stay consistent. Then notice how you feel when you wake up in the morning. Pay attention to your energy, your clarity, and the way your body responds throughout the day. This is how real change begins, not with dramatic actions, but with simple habits repeated with intention. At the end of the day, your body is always working in your favor, even when you are not aware of it. Every night, while you sleep, your system is actively trying to restore balance, regulate your metabolism, and support your long-term health. Your pancreas is part of that silent effort, constantly adjusting and responding without ever asking for recognition. But it does need one thing from you, and that is the opportunity to rest. By making small, thoughtful changes to your evening routine, you allow your body to do what it was designed to do. So tonight, take a moment to reflect on your habits and choose to support your health in a way that is simple and sustainable. If you found this helpful, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and make sure to save this so you can come back to it. And if you want to continue learning simple ways to support your body naturally, consider subscribing so you do not miss what comes next. What you do after dinner matters far more than most people realize. Every late night sugar habit, every small snack, and every decision you make in the evening directly affects how your body functions while you sleep. Your pancreas is working quietly through the night, trying to maintain balance, regulate your blood sugar, and protect your long-term health. But when you give it the chance to rest, when you align your habits with your body's natural rhythm, everything begins to work more efficiently. So starting tonight, take control of this one simple window of time. Remove late sugars, move your body after dinner, and support your system with small, consistent habits that actually make a difference. If this message helped you see your health in a new way, take a moment to save this video and subscribe to the channel so you can continue learning simple, practical strategies to support your body every day. And remember, real change does not come from extremes. It comes from awareness, consistency, and the small decisions you choose to make tonight.